Hi there, I am Dani, and I am so glad that you're here. Today we're talking about Mel Robbins' book, The 5 Second Rule. I read this book a while ago, and I have been revisiting it to see how I can use the 5 4 3 2 1 to interrupt certain patterns that I have and use it as a tool to change my conditioned ways of being, right? So I've been using it as a small tool, and so I thought I would go back and revisit the book and do not a review, but a kind of glimpse into how this book is helping me. One of the first things about this book, though, that I have to preface this by saying I do love Mel Robbins. I think since this book has come out, she's done and continues to do a lot of great stuff in the area of success. One of her lines is motivation is crap. I'm not sure if that's specifically how it goes, but anyway, but she's got a lot of good stuff to say, and I really do like her. But I have a little problem with this book, and one of the primary problems I have with this book is that I honestly think that for many of us, if we had come to this realization that this 5 4 3 2 1 move, for anybody who doesn't know, that basically the whole book is about this concept right here. When you go 5 4 3 2 1 and then move your body to begin a new segment, begin a new activity, begin a new activity, something that you're choosing to do on purpose, when you give yourself that transition, it's a cue to the brain that we know 5 4 3 2 1. As soon as one happens, we know something happens. So it's like this kind of natural cue to the brain to get up and do something. So she's taken this concept and she's made a whole book about it. Okay. And I honestly think that a lot of us, if we're going through doing transformational work and we had an idea like this and we started to use 5 4 3 2 1 move as a motivation, I think a lot of us, especially if you're a YouTuber, and I'm a new YouTuber, I think this might have been one YouTube video that some genius on YouTube shared, and that would never have been a whole book by itself. And even as I was reading the book, I'm like, I'm reading this whole book for what I could have found out by just going, oh, 5 4 3 2 1 move. But the book gives a lot of reasons why it works. It shows some examples of different people using it, tells how she used it in her real life. Anyway, now that I've sort of had a little slam on the book, I am going to tell you how it's kind of working for me, what it did for me. So back in the day when I first read it, the one thing that as I was rereading and re-going over things, the one thing I realized is after I read this book, I was a notorious person for hitting the snooze alarm. Anyone else out there hit the snooze alarm? I know I'm not alone. I was notorious, and I did what so many people do. It's like you hit the snooze alarm for nine minutes, and you're like, I could make my shower faster. I'll take that 9 minutes. Oh, I could skip a shower today. There's the next 9 minutes. Oh, I don't really need to do my hair. I'll just pull it up. There's the next 9 minutes. And before you know, I'm hitting snooze 3 or 4 times. It's very hard to get up in the morning. One of the things that this book does is that's one of the things she said that she did is she stopped hitting the snooze alarm with this tool of the 5 4 3 2 1 move, that it really helped her. And I realized after I read this book, I did stop hitting the snooze alarm. And I have gone back to hitting the snooze alarm once in a while, and as soon as I do, I realize I'm just making it much harder on myself, because it's kind of like, the alarm goes off and you're like the oh crap moment, like, oh, I was having a dream or I was enjoying the sleep. My bed is so warm. I know here in Kansas it's getting cold, so that's one of the things. Oh, this bed is so comfy. I don't want to get up. It's really putting yourself, for me anyway, it's putting myself through the pain of getting up 2 or 3 times, or how many ever times I hit the snooze. So I don't hit the snooze. I never hit it through the week when I'm going to work. Every once in a while I'll hit it on the weekend, but it's only because I I give myself a little more leniency, and I've kind of chosen that ahead of time, but I'm stopping that. So for work, when I have somewhere specific to go, I do not use the snooze, and I thank Mel Robbins for that. And actually, just that was worth the whole price of the book, and it doesn't take that long to read anyway. So it was worth it. So I thank her for that again. But also, a lot of the things that she is saying in the book, she's basing on the work that other people did before her. And for example, The Power of Habit, I think that's a book I just reviewed. The Power of Habit is one of the things that she is basing this whole book on. And that is the fact that this little system, in other words, I have a cue, in other words, in my mind that says, oh, I need to go work out, for example. And then the response from my other part of my brain, the inner critic part of my brain, or the part of my brain that wants to stay stuck or wants to stay in the same routine says, yeah, but it's cold outside. That's when she says that this routine should kick in. So the cue is, I know I should do something, but I have this voice telling me I shouldn't. So then you do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You kick it in. You do what it is you know that you're committed to do, that you know you should do, that's good for you. You do that, and your reward is that. So she's using this same habit loop: the cue, the action, and then the reward. And she's saying this is creating a really quick loop to reinforce good habits and to help you make good habits easier and quicker when you use this loop, because it's so immediate and it's so reinforcing. Because as soon as you change the conditioned way of being and do something new, like that deliberate action that you know you're supposed to take, as soon as you get up, it gives you this feeling of control, and this gives you a lot of joy in your life. If you feel like you have control over your actions, you have control over your life, you have success is possible for you, you have more control, that gives you feelings of joy and success. So it's a good thing in life. And she's saying that this small habit loop provides a really good foundation for changing habits because it's so quick and so immediate. Again, that's just building on this other wisdom, but I guess we all do that all the time. We build on other wisdom because that's part of what we know, part of what we have learned, and so we build from there. We're always building from where we are. So I guess I can't give her too much of a hard time for that. But anyway, so that's another thing. So this book it's worthwhile. It was good. What else does she have that I was thinking if anything else was really worthwhile? No, it's a simple concept. It's a simple way of doing. I will use it sometimes to just break the momentum. You know, when you've been sitting on the couch, binging Netflix. Anybody with me on that? Maybe I'm the only one. And I'm ready to change that behavior. I'm ready to do something different. I will do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to give myself that moment of instant, that moment of change where the remote goes off and the recliner comes down and clicks and it's time to get up and do something else. So it is useful. I don't know how necessary it is to buy the book when it's really just this simple and this powerful, but use it. And if you use it, then comment, let me know. Or if you have something else that helps you kind of interrupt those patterns, do something different. What do you use? What do you do? I would love to know. So if you liked the video, then please like the video, subscribe. If you love it, share it if you know someone else who might. And just thank you for being here. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. And I hope it was worth it. And that is why I'm here. That's why we're doing this. And so please comment. I'm interested to hear what you have to say, and have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon.